What's up, y'all? My name is Barbara Atewe. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm showing y'all how I made this brown butter pecan cake with brown butter cream cheese icing and maple pecan filling. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let's begin. Alright, so all the exact measurements and ingredients will be listed down below in the description box, because while it's an easy cake to make, there is a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? So we're melting our butter and we're browning it. We're gonna make sure that it gets to like a very dark brown, not too dark to where it's like bitter, but like amber, you know what I mean? And then we're going to go and start making our cake mix. I'm using the Betty Crocker butter pecan cake mix because, listen, making cake from scratch, I did for my dad's birthday, it's a lot of work. I ain't got time. So we're using two boxes of the cake mix, and we're going to use, I think, 9 eggs. Yes, I think 9 eggs. And then we are taking 2 cups of milk, and then we are also using the brown butter that we browned in the previous clip. All right, so we're gonna start mixing it on low just to get everything incorporated, and then once all the ingredients are added into the mixer, we're going to rev it up all the way to high. And once everything is mixed, we're gonna start adding our pecans, because I don't eat butter pecan cake. I do not like it whatsoever. In fact, I did not taste this cake at all because I don't eat cream cheese. I don't eat pecans. I'm a very picky eater. I am very basic. I like my cakes, cookies and cream, and that is it. I don't have time for anything else. But yeah, we're adding our pecans into the cake mix just to make sure that there's like more than what there is on. Yeah, you know what I mean? So on 3 greased cake pans, we're going to take our measuring cup, and then I'm just taking equal portions and going into each pan to make sure that each layer is equal. And then once you are done adding all of the cake mix into each of the pans, what you're going to want to do is just take each pan and slam it against the counter or your work surface so that all the air bubbles can come up to the top and be popped. All right, and then I'm going to put my oven has been preheated to 325, and I'm putting it all on the middle rack. I like to use the convect bake setting on my oven, and I just let it rock for 35 minutes. All right, and then when your timer is done, you're going to take a toothpick and you're going to go into the center of each cake to make sure that it comes out clean. That's how you know when your cake is ready. And then also what I did was I made a simple syrup mixture, and then while it was cooling on the cake rack, I sprayed it down. I sprayed each layer so that it would stay moist in the fridge. What I like to do is after it cools on the cooling rack, I wrap it in plastic wrap and then stack them on top of each other so they flatten out and they're all like flat. Is it flat? Even. So they're all flat and even in the fridge overnight. All right, so it's the next day. It is time to make our brown butter cream cheese icing. I am browning more butter because we need it for the icing. And then once it gets to my desired level of brown, I put it in the freezer because I don't have time to wait for it to cool, because you need like softened butter. But I pop it in the freezer so that the top layer is like solidified, but it's still liquid underneath, so that when it goes into the mixer, it's still softened, you know, it's good enough, you know what I mean? So we're taking 2 blocks of cream cheese, and then we're gonna pop it in the mixer, and then we're gonna add our brown butter. Like y'all see that the top layer is solidified, but the bottom is still liquidy, you know what I mean? And then we're going to beat it on high until it is completely like blended together and creamy. All right, and then once you have your cream cheese and butter mixed together, we're going to start adding our icing sugar. I want to say I used about 6 cups because, yeah, I want to say I didn't measure this, to be honest with you. The only thing I measured was the butter and the cream cheese, because that was easy. But I just, because I keep everything in bulk, so I just like kept adding as I went, and like to my desired consistency. So if you want it thinner, you don't add too much icing sugar. If you want it thicker, you add more. So I kept mixing it and adding more until I reached my desired consistency. All right, and then now I'm adding a little bit of maple syrup, pure maple syrup, and then letting that mix in, and then I'm going to add a splash of vanilla extract as well. You also want to make sure that you're scraping the bowl as you go so that everything is blended together and you don't have chunks of icing sugar in your mixture. Once I reach my desired consistency, I did put it in the fridge so that it can like firm up a little bit, so it's easier to spread onto the cake. All right, and then while the icing is cooling in the fridge, we are starting off with we are moving on to our maple pecan filling. I'm just taking the remainder of the brown butter that I used for the icing, and then I'm adding my pecans, a little bit more butter, maple syrup, what else? Did I put vanilla? I don't think I put vanilla. No, I didn't. And brown sugar, and I just let it boil for a little bit so that it can like start to, I don't know, what's the word? Is it caramelize? I don't know what the word is, girl. But I use this filling for like my pecan buns that I would make for my baby brother whenever he would ask me to make them, and I decided to incorporate it into a cake. I did make this cake last year and I filmed it. It was in a vlog, but I took the vlog down. But I decided to, I'm like, since he wanted it again for his birthday, I decided I'm just gonna do a dedicated video for it, so that when people ask me like for like a cake recipe and stuff, I could just direct them towards this video. But anyways, we are now starting to form the cake or whatever. Okay, all the tools that I used to frost or like, yeah, frost this cake, it all came in a set, so I'll have that set linked down below in the description box as well. So I'm starting off with you know, a small little coating of for the cake base with the brown butter cream cheese icing, and then we're going to put our first layer, and then we're going to do a barrier around the edge of the layer so that the maple pecan filling doesn't have anywhere to go and like run off the edge of. And then we are just going to keep repeating that until we reach our final layer. There's only 3 layers in the cake, but yeah, you just want to keep repeating yourself until you reach your top layer. All right, so now it is time to do the crumb coat. Very simple, very cash. You know, we put icing on the top and icing all around the sides, and then we smooth it until we reach the right up against the, what's that thing called, the cake layers, but not to the point where it's like rubbing off the cake. You know what I mean? Yeah. Once I was done with my crumb coat, I did put it in the freezer for like 30 minutes because, you know, I don't have patience. And I just did grocery shopping. There was no space in my fridge regardless. So I had to put it in the freezer so that it can like harden so I can get to the second layer and then finish up the cake. I'm not entirely sure what piping tip I used, but I will have it on the screen. Again, this all came in the kit that I got, the cake decorating kit I got off of Amazon. But yeah, I feel like I'm getting better, you know? I feel like it's all coming together. Like the little rim around the edge, I feel like that's really cute. It's really cute. Now I can't do like the rosettes and all that stuff. I don't know how to do that. That's very hard. It's very, it's a lot of work. Maybe I'll get there one day. But for right now, this is the best I can do. Okay, so once I put the little ribbon of the icing around the edge, I decided to put the remainder of the maple pecan filling on the top so that, you know, like you have an idea of what's in the middle of the cake or whatever, you know what I mean? And then I put what's it called, I didn't have this part on camera, but I did put chopped pecans all along the sides of the cake. Because again, I'm not a professional baker. I do not know how to do a smooth layer of icing after a crumb coat. I don't know. My brain can't function it. But yeah, this is the final result, you know. She's a really cute girl. I'm really proud of myself. My dad and my baby brother loved it, and that's all that matters. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. All right, bye-bye.